everyone, welcome to class. This is Learning Base Africa. I hope you are excited to attend class right now. I believe we are ready. Great. Welcome to class. Everyone, welcome to class. This is Learning Base Africa's mental math class. I believe you're ready to learn something amazing in this class. If you're ready, please type, I am ready. Okay, great. So if you can hear me, type type 1 in the comment section. If you can hear me, type 1 in the comment section. If you can hear me, type 1 in the comment section. Okay, if you can see my screen, please type the word that you can see on my screen in the comment section. If you can see my screen, type the word that you can see on my screen. Type one word, one of the words on my screen in the comment section. If you can see my screen, type one of the words that you can see on my screen in the comment section. Awesome. So in the previous class that we had yesterday, we learned how to divide any number by 5. So let's do a quick revision of what we did yesterday. We learned how to divide any number by 5. So like I said, when dividing any number by 5, double the number and introduce a decimal point before the last digit on the right. So what is 112 divided by 5? You know, this is the number. So double this number. When you double 112, you will have 224. Then introduce a decimal point before the last digit on the right. So that will make it 22.4. So 112 divided by 5 is equal to 22.4. This is how to think it when you're meant to do it in your head. You need to double that number that is to be divided by 5, then introduce a decimal point before the last digit on the right. Here is another example. What is 93 divided by 5? The first thing you need to do is to identify the dividend, which is 93. Double 93. When you double 93, you're going to have 186. Then introduce a decimal point before 6, which is the last digit. So that will be 18.6. Introduce a decimal point, that will give us 18.6. So how can you divide 408 by 5 without using a pen, without using a calculator? In your head, double 408. 400 will become 800. 8 will become 16. So that's 816. So when we double this, we'll have 816. Then introduce a decimal point before the last digit, you have 81.6. 408 divided by 5 is equal to 81.6. Now, for this last question for the revision, let me see who is going to give me this answer first. What is 1,127 divided by 5? Double it first, then introduce a decimal point. I'll be waiting for your answer in the comment section. What is 1,127 divided by 5? Amazing. So when you double 1,127, that will give us 2,254. Then you introduce a decimal point before the last digits on the right, that will give us 225.4. Correct. If you get the answer right, give yourself 3 stars. If you get the answer right, just give yourself 3 stars. So let's see who's going to get the highest number of stars by the end of this class. Amazing. I so much like this class because I have lots of active students in this class. Okay, so let's begin with what we have to do today. So, and odd numbers by 5. You know, we have just concluded how to divide numbers and even numbers by 5. Let's start with multiplying odd numbers. Multiplying odd numbers by 5. How can we do this mentally? Anytime you want to multiply a number by 5, you need to determine if the number is an even number or the number is an odd number. Now, what are odd numbers? Now, odd numbers are numbers that end with either 1 or 3 or 5 or 7 or 9. Odd numbers are numbers that end with either 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. So these are examples of odd numbers, and odd numbers are based on the fact that those numbers end with either of these numbers. So these are examples of odd numbers. You need to be able to identify odd numbers before you can multiply odd numbers by 5. So 11 is an odd number, 31 is an odd number, 45 is an odd number, 87 is an odd number. All right. 29 is an odd number. You can see that. Then 63 is an odd number. You can see that these numbers end with either 1 or 5 or 7 or 9 or 3. So when you have the last digit of a number with either 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, such number is an odd number. So I have a song that I'll be singing for you the next time we'll have math class. So now, how do we multiply odd numbers by 5? Now look at these examples. How can you multiply 41 by 5 in your head without having to use your pen and paper and without having to use a calculator? What you need to do is to subtract 1 from that number. Anytime you're multiplying odd numbers by 5, whenever you are multiplying odd numbers by 5, this method is for only multiplication of odd numbers by 5. Take note, it is not meant for multiplying other numbers, multiplying by other numbers. No, it is only when you're multiplying an odd number by 5. That is when you should use this method. So what is 41 times 5? 41 is an odd number, all right? So for you to be able to do this in your head, the first thing you need to do is subtract 1 from that odd number. So when you subtract 1 from 41, you have 40, okay? That is 41 minus 1. You have to subtract 1 from 41. That will give you 40. Then divide 40 by 2, all right? Divide that number by 2. That will give you 20. Okay, then beside 20, write 5. So the answer is 205. So 41 times 5 is equal to 205. Now, this process that I have written on my screen is for you to do in your head. It is not a working that you have to follow on paper. It is for you to do this calculation in your head. So right now, I want you to type in the comment section, do it in your head. Type in the comment section, do it in your head. That's why it is mental math, okay? Mental math is done mentally. So this method is for you to quickly do a calculation. Like you go into the grocery store, you want to buy, maybe you want to buy a pair of socks, and you've been told that the pair of socks is 41 naira per pair, and you're going to buy 5 pairs. So how do you quickly multiply 41 by 5 without a calculator and without a pen on a paper? The first thing you need to do is subtract 1 from that odd number. Whatever you get, divide it by 2. Whatever you get, just write 5 beside it. Write 5 beside it. So when you subtract 1 from 41, you have 40. Split 40 into 2, you have 20. Then put 5 beside 20. That will give you 205. Okay? That will give you 205. Now let's look at another example. Do it in your head should be typed in the comment section. What is 83 times 5? 83 is an odd number. 83 is an odd number. So what is 83 times 5? The first thing you need to do is to subtract 1 from 83. That will give us 82. All right, so by 2, that will give us 41. Then write 5 beside 41. That is 415. Okay, so what we are only writing beside the final answer is 5. It is 5. So when you get your answer, just write 5 beside it, and that gives you the final answer. So 83 times 5 is 415. So the first thing I did was to subtract 1 from 83. I have 82. Divide 82 by 2. I have 41. Then write 5 beside 41. That is 415. So I'm doing that in my head. I don't have to show workings. When I go into the grocery store, I walk into the grocery store, I am reading a newspaper, I need to do a fast calculation. That is the essence of mental math. It helps you to do fast calculation when you need to do it, all right? Okay, so now let's look at another calculation that we can do in our head. Okay, let's look at 103 times 5. Now, I'm not going to write the steps. Subtract 1 from 103. Let's do it in our head together. We will have 102. Let's divide 102 by 2. We're going to have 51. Then let's write 5 beside 51. We'll be having 515. So the answer here is 515. Wow. 103 times 5 is equal to 515. I did it in my head. I did not have to use my pen and my book. I didn't have to use a calculator. Now let's continue with this. How do we multiply 59 by 5? Let's multiply 59 by 5. 59 times 5, subtract 1 from 59, that will give us 58. Divide 58 by 2, that will give us 29. Write 5 beside 29, and that will give us 295. So 59 times 5 is equal to 295. If you did it in your head, type it in the comment section. I did it in my head. If you did it in your head, type it in the comment section. I did it in my head. Number 5. What is 77 times 5? What is 77 times 5? Subtract 1 from 77. Divide the 76 by 2. That will give us 38. Then write 5 beside 38. That is 385. That is 385. What is 215 times 5? Multiplying odd numbers by 5. What is 215 times 5? Subtract 1 from 215. That will give you 214. Divide 214 by 2. Split it into 2. That will be 107. Then write 5 beside 107. That will make it 1075. That will make it 1075. Type 1075 in the comment section. For what, ma? We send we send the link to your WhatsApp. We send the link to your WhatsApp of all the parents. So I don't know, please check. Ensure your data is on. Yes, the report is part is still on. Alright. Okay, that's amazing. 1075. 1075. Now it is question time. It is diamonds time. Question time, diamonds time, and I will be giving out diamonds to the students with the fastest fingers. So if you know you want to have diamonds in this class, please make sure you think fast, type your answers fast. Okay, you'll be seeing the first question on my screen. So what is what is 201 times 5? I'll be picking only the first 10. I will be picking only the first 10. I will be picking only the first 10. Amazing, amazing. Make sure you do it in your head. Awesome. So I'll be mentioning the names of students who posted their answers quickly. So the first person here is Fola, followed by the students with Justina and Yenaya, followed by Endelin, followed by Damilola and Light. Okay, Damilola's answer is not correct. Enlighten's answer is not correct. So I have Fola, I have Justina, I have Endelin. I have the correct answers. For the correct answers, I have Emmanuel Olamide or Emmanuel Feintola. I have another student with Every Woman, another student with, I think I've mentioned Enlighten. Okay, Enlighten again. Then I have Cypran Isiani. I have Lady Lily. Okay, I have Naomi. Naomi's answer is not correct. Jesse and Kpemisire. So those are the first 10 students. So if you are among the first 10 students that I called, you have 7 stars. But if you got the answer right, if you typed 1005 as your answer, you all have 5 stars. You all have 5 stars. So what is the step? To multiplying odd numbers by 5, subtract 1. When I subtract 1 from 201, I will have 200. Divide 200 by 2, and we have 100. Then write 5 beside it. So 201 times 5 is equal to 1005. 201 times 5 is equal to 1005. Next question. So what is 99 times 5? Type your answers in the comment section. What is 99 times 5? Type your answer in the comment section. I don't have their Telegram number. I don't have their Telegram number. Except the, okay, send me hi, you can Telegram with their phone number. No, no. Let them say our official phone number. The phone number that ends with 05. Our phone number. You don't get me. If they don't say our own official phone number, then you know where our phone is. Let them save our official phone number. The second phone number, not this one that I'm calling you. The one that ends with 05. Let them save it. Let them send me a message and send it to that number. Okay. Okay. When they are done with the talk, let's talk about it. There's no way they will wait for them this time because time is going. I can't leave the class. I just have to clean up and attend to you while the children are there. So let's sort it out after church so that they can attend to my class. Okay, so 99 times 5, 445. It means we will subtract 1 from 99 because 99 is an odd number. We subtract 1 from 99, that will give us 98. Then we divide 98 by 2, that will give us 49. Then write 5 beside it, so that will be 495. So 99 times 5 is equal to 495. Let me see the first 10 students that typed the answer. Wow, Fola again, Fola. I have Emmanuel. I have Ifeanyi Chukwu making 3. Justina making 4. Timileyin Aremu making 5. Nwaogu, that's Jesse. Jesse Nwaogu 6. These are my students. Ketrel, that's 7. Isiani, that's 8. For Isiani, your answer is not correct. It should be 495. Shemilore, that's 8. Ifeanyi Benjamin, that's 9. Then Pemisire, that's 10. So the first 10, you have 7 stars. Now, if your answer is 495 and you have typed 495 in the comment section, you all have 5 stars. So give yourselves 5 stars. Good job. Good job, everyone. Good job, everyone. Give yourselves 5 stars. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. All right. So now we're going to switch now. Now I want to believe that you understand and you have learned how to multiply odd numbers by 5. This is how to multiply odd numbers by 5. So at the end of this class, make sure you attend this class over and over again. So let's quickly do a general math that is needed by each and every one of you. All right, great. Now we'll quickly move into algebra. Everybody must have a good grasp of algebra. And algebra begins with an open sentence. So now I'm going to start with algebra for you so you can have a good grasp of algebra. Now algebra has to do with using terms, using signs, using letters to represent numbers. In algebra, we use symbols. Okay, we use symbols like letters to represent numbers. In algebra, we use symbols like letters to represent numbers. Now look at example of this. This is an algebraic expression. 3 plus x is an example of algebraic expression, all right? 4 minus y is an example of algebraic expression. M minus 16 is an algebraic expression. Q plus 12 is an algebraic expression. Now, more on algebraic expressions, you can have 6q. That's an algebraic expression, and 6q means 6 times q. You can have 2b. That's 2 times b. You can also have 1 over n. This is an algebraic term. We also call this term. We call them term. Now, another one is 4 over p. So these are algebraic expressions, and they are also called algebraic terms. Now, under algebra, you will also learn what we know as coefficients. All right, you also learn what we know as coefficients. So, what do we call coefficients? Everybody, I want you to type coefficient in the comment section. Type coefficient in the comment section. Coefficient is a number that is multiplying the symbol. Coefficient is a number. Coefficient is the number that is multiplying the symbol. Coefficient is the number that is multiplying the symbol. Now look at examples of coefficients. The first one, in 3m, the coefficient is 3. The coefficient of m m is 3. In the term 3m, the coefficient of m is 3. Now let's look at the next one. In 2y, the coefficient is equal to 2. The coefficient of y in 2y. Now the next one. In x, the coefficient of x is equal to 1. So when you see a term standing on its own and you are not seeing any number beside it, it means that the coefficient of that term is 1. The coefficient of that symbol is 1. I will repeat. Coefficient is the number that is multiplying the symbol or the letter. Coefficient is the number that is multiplying the symbol or the letter. Okay? Now look at the first one. The first one says, in 3m, the coefficient of m is 3. That is, the number multiplying by m is 3. Number 2, in 2y, the coefficient of y is 2. The number multiplying y is 2. Okay? In x, the coefficient of x is 1. That is, the number multiplying by x is equal to 1. I hope you understand that. Now, what if we have in n over 4, the coefficient of n is equal to 1 over 4. In n over 4, the coefficient of n is equal to 1 over 4. All right? In n over 4, the coefficient of n is equal to 1 over 4. I hope you understand that. Which means in f over 15, the coefficient of f is equal to 1 over 15. The coefficient of f is equal to 1 over 15. This is the sixth one. In t, the coefficient of t is equal to 1. Don't forget that coefficient is the number multiplying the symbol in an algebraic term, or the number that is multiplying the unknown in an algebraic term. All right? So take note of this. Make sure you take note of this. Now it is question time. Let's see those who were paying attention. We have learned algebra. We've seen examples of algebraic expression. And we have also learned coefficients. So which of the following is an algebraic expression? Which of these is an algebraic expression? Which of these is an algebraic expression? Which of these is an algebraic expression? A, m minus 7, B, 3 plus 48. Let me see your answer in the comment section. Which of these is an algebra? When you see an algebraic expression, you will know that algebraic expressions deal with symbols. We use symbols to represent algebra. Symbols to represent numbers in algebra. Okay, in algebra, we use symbols or we use letters to represent numbers or a given quantity. Okay, so I can see that, yeah, option A, option A. Option A. Amobi Cypran says A. Wana Udir says A. Yes, Fola said A, M minus 7. Emmanuel also said A. Praise said A. Simi said A. Juliana said A. Ifeanyi Chukwu said M minus 7. That's correct. Shemilore said M minus 7. That's correct. Catherine said A. All right. Fantastic. So A is the correct answer. So I will underline or ring the option A. So that's M minus 7. If you have any question, please type your question in the comment section. If you have any question for me, type your question in the comment section. Now, the second question. What is the coefficient of M in M over 10? For this particular question, I'm going to give 10 diamonds. What is the coefficient of M in M over 10? What is the coefficient of M in M over 10? 10 diamonds are waiting for those who will get the answer right. At least the first 10 persons to give me the correct answer. What is the coefficient of M in M over 10? So I'll be mentioning your name. So when I mention your name that your answer is correct, you have 10 diamonds. Okay, so yes, Ifeanyi Chukwu, correct. Emmanuel, correct. Shemilore, correct. Enlighten, correct. Jesse, correct. Catherine, correct. Kansiochi, correct. Simi, no. Simi, the answer is not 10. Bemisire, correct. Sylvanus Victoria, correct. Juliana, correct. Every woman, what happened to your number? You omitted it. Ima Udo, correct. Yetunde Bayewu, correct. Okay, every woman now is correct. Similenyi Aremu is correct. Ketrel, correct. Gitsin Igbo, correct. Lady Lily, correct. PL, correct. And every other person. So the correct answer is 1 over 10. We did it not too long. You can see it above in example 5 and example 4. The coefficient of M in M over 10 is equal to 1 over 10. So if your answer is 1 over 10, give yourself 10 diamonds. Give yourself 10 diamonds. That's amazing. Give yourself 10 diamonds. That's amazing. I hope you enjoy this class. The next class, next time we're going to meet, we're going to have competition between boys and girls. And I would like you to be well prepared. So thank you very much for attending this class. Do all have a wonderful time. Goodbye, everyone.